Hello everyone, Mr. Historican here. Welcome back to the Advent Calendar. I hope you all are enjoying the last couple of days. I personally did, looking back at some interesting stuff to review, as well as Anyway, we are gonna head on to Take a Fire today in LEGO Marvel's Avenger in celebration of the 10th anniversary of Iron Man 3, which is technically a Christmas movie and is full of great Christmas iconography in this. So let's get to Ready, Aim, Fire, because, well, why not? Yes, I'm sure. What'd you think? I wasn't sure?
You'd think that Tony Stark would be happy that he helped save the world from the Chitauri, but something about him is different now. He spends most of his time building new Iron Man suits at his mansion and has somehow managed to get himself in trouble with this mysterious menace known as the Mandarin. I'd like to think he knows what he's doing, but, well, he's Tony.
You see that lovely Malibu penthouse? Well, that's where I live with Tony Stark. Normally, it has a beautiful vista of the Pacific, but today, it has a fleet of gunships hired by the Mandarin to redecorate our lounge. He's the same villain that's been creating all kinds of chaos around town, even putting our friend Happy in the hospital. Guess he's not so happy now. Definitely not Tony's best decision, giving our home address to a bunch of lava-blooded villains. On a positive note, at least his new Iron Man suit fits me snugly.
Oh yeah, because this takes place just so you know, this is interesting to take a look at for me, because this is a post endgame look at this, and also a post Shang-Chi world. Because Shang-Chi went out of its way to basically, we found out this wasn't the real Mandarin, more on that down the line, but we do find out about the real Mandarin, which I think was a great, it felt like a bit of a cop-out, but didn't make me really happy that they finally included the Mandarin, and Shang-Chi is a good movie. But anyway, so I mentioned this, and also it's interesting because Pepper's in this, basically wearing the Iron Man suit, due to a faulty problem, but this is right after they, met with Maya Hogg, which has been somewhat of an interesting controversy. But anyway, let's focus on the gameplay, because that's what you came here all for. We're trying not to have a controversial Christmas this year, maybe harder than we thought, but anywho, Pepper. Time to shine. I like how she's kind of uncertain about how to wield it. And I'm going to be curious to see if you unlock Pepper as it. I'm very doubtful they have the super-powered version of Pepper near a certain point. But it's going to be interesting to look at this, because Iron Man 3 is not the best of the Iron Man movies. I don't know if it's because it gets a bad rap or what, but we are going to activate Dummy. But, yeah, with the Iron Man films, it's not my favorite just because the first one's so great. But we are going to operate Dummy to take care of these fires, I assume. Which makes sense because that's what Dummy mainly did, was to help spray off Tony when he was hit. So yeah. I'm trying to be a bit more conversational in this because I was rewatching the footage of the Batman one, and I noticed I was very just lackluster in that regard in what I was saying, and that is my fault. I was just a bit tired. In retrospect, I should have woken up a lot more before I did that. But anyway,
Get you out of here.
oh, that's Maya. I forgot. But now Iron Man's finally gonna get that awesome suit.
That was weird, but surprisingly comfortable. Watch out for those helicopters, Tony.
No, not the rabbit plush. I always thought that was a dog plush. When it was first shown in the movie, I'm like, oh, that's a. That is not a. What's the word I'm looking for here? That is not a rabbit. That's at least what I thought when I first saw it. But yeah, because all women can do that. I know it's that's not right to say. I'm just it's a hasty generalization that the game is. But anyway, I love the Mark 42 suit. I know a lot of people just hate it. I actually kind of like the Mark 42. It's a very unique suit. I think it's well designed, and I actually like it. So yeah, I don't know why it gets so much hate. I think it's a great skin. But again, that's just me. Those baubles won't be able to be destroyed. So let's destroy that one. As we destroyed the wonderful Christmas tree. Proof that this is a Christmas theme level. I was going to say, there's something telling me to do something here. And like, aha, I'm going to build the secret lever. Technically, Tony could get up there, but okay, I guess we're going to go with Pepper. Whee! Or, it's a two-part process. Okay. I have to destroy the piano. As we're getting fired out with missiles. Okay, what is actively going on here? Oh, thank you, and I could actually use you.
I'll try to help with this, but it isn't exactly an everyday.
Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to know. Oh, destroy those TVs. Good to know. Ow. We're supposed to destroy the fireplace? What's going on? Like, what are we actively supposed to be doing? I was gonna beat up the piano because, ow. Yeah, because ow. Oh, now you get up there, Pepper. I see how it is. Okay, let's get building the stereo because, Iron Man, Tony Stark's great at building. I mean, he's a real genius. I don't know why the circle isn't working that well, but okay. As we move the piano out of the way and toss it at a helicopter. That was my plan, but no. Too extremist for them. I'm not proud of that pun, but I will take it nonetheless. We have to build the helicopter. Anyway, I don't know. This just makes me want to rewatch Iron Man 3, which, again, is what I say for every one of those reviews, like with the Winter Soldier one. Like, I really want to rewatch Winter Soldier now. I really want to rewatch this movie now. It's just what happens when I play these games again. I just want to rewatch some of the movies. Which makes sense because it's Christmas time and you're allowed to watch Christmas movies. Okay, that's a really bad pun, but okay. As we just go destroying these helicopters. I remember being this stream, but again, I do kind of want to rewatch Iron Man 3. Mainly because I watched Kiss Bang Bang, which is directed by the same guy. And to someone who told me that it doesn't matter who directed Iron Man 3, I'm just like, it does, because if you watch Kiss Bang Bang and Iron Man 3 right after one another, they are basically the same movie. But anyway.
But a final missile slip past. I watched in horror as the entire condo sunk into the abyss. Thankfully, Jarvis had managed to help Tony escape a watery end, but the suit had shorted out, leaving him stranded in Tennessee. Further adding to his troubles, the hot-headed villains happened to be visiting the area, and Tony's only ally was Harley, a local boy with a pretty mean potato gun. The pair were left with no choice but to take on the Flameheads together. Tony really should start keeping the rest of the Avengers on speed dial.
I concur as we randomly encounter this woman that's not well explained. I guess she's the extremist woman, and we are in a Christmas town, which is, again, awesome.
Whoa, that was so cool! I mean, in a bad way.
Yeah, okay, Harley.
There are transformers around here that'll shut the power off. I accidentally did that. Twice.
That's a lot of dialogue for you, Harley. And there's a lot of dogs barking outside. I also like to make this clear in my area. It's a bit cold where I am right now. I don't know why, though. It's like extremely cold, which I guess works for like the cozy little Christmas theme we have going for us over here. But yeah, this is Harley, and he is played by the same kid from Jurassic World. I wonder what happened to his career, because he had such like a promising start. Like, I'm not trying to be like Fashisa, so you're like, oh yeah, he had such a promising start. Also, this just reminds me of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the toys there. But anyway, I wonder what happened to him, because it's kind of interesting that he started out, like, he had such a good resume from the beginning. Like, his first two major films were blockbuster hits. Like, Iron Man. Oh, we got the drone up and running. That is good and fine by me. Yeah, I'm trying to hang on to it, but you won't let me.
I think you might be a little too heavy for this.
Let
me try.
That's insulting. But, the kid was great, and I'm very much tired of these videos on YouTube. They're like, oh yeah, who was that random kid at the back of Avengers Infinity War during Tony Stark's funeral? It's like, guys, it's obviously the kid from Iron Man 3. Why just to be like, oh yeah, who was that? It's like, I knew who it was. You didn't need to spell it out. I'm glad they brought the kid back. He actually has several Easter eggs in some of the Marvel stuff. Like recently, if you go to California Adventure, and you're like, was that a question? Go to California Adventure? He's in the Adventure Campus, Spider-Man. Right, he's part of Web. You can see his Potato Gun there. Potato Gun. But yeah, I do like the actor that played him did a really good job, and I wonder what happened to his career. It's not like it's not an intent to be an insult or anything. It's just I want to see him in other stuff. Like I really do. Like I hope he makes a comeback. I don't know if he's like just trying to like perfect himself or be like a serious dramatic actor. But hello guy, you should have been in there from the beginning. That you can melt through the floor. But you are Extremis. So cool. Also, I think it's really funny that actually Harley should be able to do that. What? You built a potato gun and you can't fix a go-kart? And you're supposed to be Iron Lad. I'm kidding a little bit. But anywho, okay. Oh. The point of this was we did build it. Oh, now the triangle shows up in a very weird position. Go, Tony Stark, go! So yeah, what else has been going on with Iron Man? There's been that recent leak, which I hope is not true, about them getting the OG Avengers back. So I like to look back at Iron Man's time and be like, yeah, that sacrifice meant something. And they're like, nope.
Yeah, that did it. The power's off. We can get
I do,
past
Harley.
that, right?
So you use your spud gun, which I just like saying, spud gun. So let's go fight that one woman that Tony threw her military ID collar into a microwave to defeat. Which I'm not like criticizing. It's an interesting way. I do want to rewatch the movie because in retrospect, the thought that I'm giving it, or like the mention that I'm talking about, don't you dare touch the kid. There we go. It makes it sound worse than it actually was, and that's the diner where he did beat her. So that's kind of nice to have there. Kid, you got a spud gun. I'm just gonna have you take care of all of them. Ow! Take that, please, and thank you. That'd be swell if you could just perish in flames. Okay, Tony, you're gonna have to hit her because it's not like she can heal or anything. That was the main part of the Extremis stuff. So yeah, so I've actually been rewatching Punisher season 2. It's been a while since I've seen it. I actually didn't finish it, so it's not really a rewatch, but I watched most of it. Oh, he beat us. I was like, what happened there?
Version of this where you come out on top.
Okay, of course, dialogue there, but okay. But it's a lot of it's they're getting to the part where they're kind of exploiting the military people, and I think that's what. Again, they did that in Iron Man 3. So it's not too far off, as she got trapped in a restaurant door. Okay. But again, this is where the main fight happens, so I'm okay with it.
Oh man, she looks angry. Like, really angry. How is she even glowing like that?
Wow, that was some very hard to hear dialogue there, Tony. Like, I could actively not hear it. What's the plan of attack?
You got a plan for this, right? It kind of feels like we're a little outmatched right now.
Dude, you got a spud gun. Just... Oh, fire. I don't know what the plan of attack is here in actuality. Unlike last time, we used... Are we supposed to, like... Oh, now you want to build. Okay. Feels rather odd, but we got a nice turkey dinner out of it. Good. That's always ready for anything for you. What's the microwave that's meant to, like, destroy her? I get it. The Iron Man version of that. Okay. How interesting.
After some creative use of a microwave, Tony defeated the remaining Extremis-fueled agents and headed off to take down the Mandarin. Then, things got complicated very quickly. The Mandarin turned out to be a washed-up British actor called Trevor, and the real villain was actually someone familiar. Not an ex-neighbor, but a nerd-turned-superhuman called Aldrich Killian. I've got to admit, he was looking much more suave these days. Killian only went and took me hostage, exposing me to extremists. He also kidnapped the president, too, and planned to serve him up like a roast turkey. Tony turned up to save the day, this time with Iron Patriot by his side, and his entire back catalog of Iron Man suits. The 10-year-old with the potato gun would have come too, but he had to tidy his room.
Okay, so we're getting this epic conclusion, which again is really well done. But it's odd because it wasn't Iron Patriot at this moment; it was still War Machine. But this also is a nice transition, I think, in my opinion, to the fact that I am upset with what they did with Rhodey about the whole he's been there since Civil War. That's kind of upsetting, but also kind of terrifying. And I cannot wait for Armor Wars. I think the fact that Armor Wars is going to be a movie is really cool. But yeah, let's look at these experiment soldiers as the Igor bot is right there. Yeah, Tony nicknames all of them, and I was like a nerd at the time when they came out, so I'm like, oh, what are all these suits? And it's great to see all these different multi-purpose suits, like almost like a tease for the Hulkbuster album. It's really cool, and there's a part where he just like jumps around and goes into different suits. It's a fun moment, actually. Not a horrible climax. I actually enjoy it. But let's do this. Can Iron Patriot do this? He can. That's good to know. Again, it's odd because he's not in the Iron Patriot outfit. Iron Patriot's only for like most of the scene, and in fact, the president's in the Iron Patriot suit more than Rhodey is at this scene. But yeah, I know a lot of people were upset a little bit when Norman isn't him, but I don't mind as much. Like, Don Cheadle's a good job. He's much better than Terrence Howard, at least in my opinion, but Terrence Howard didn't have most of these. It's like my argument with, like, Grindelwald is that, I'm trying to press the right button. The problem is that a lot of them have too many moves. It's the, ow, I did not mean to hit that like that, but it's the square work. There we go. But yeah, also, wasn't Punisher Iron Patriot, too? I'm not trying to connect everything to Punisher. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, why aren't you always working? Oh. Tony, do your thing. I'm getting kind of annoyed. Yeah, it's not following that as well as I'd like, but okay. Maybe his beam's just not as powerful. Maybe. Let's just go there and hack it off. Because, yeah. I like the idea of it. Again, there's actual Christmas lights like in the area, but the director Shane Black did a good job making like a Christmas movie. A lot better than Jon Favreau did with Iron Man 2, but Jon Favreau also made the first Iron Man movie. Jon Favreau is a good director. Don't get me wrong. Let's just destroy that because we're here. There we go. Oh, cool. And he's like, boom, here's your tank. The War Machine story. I would love, I don't know how I'd feel about that being the, Tony, you do your thing. I hope Iron Patriot just doesn't move, like he stays there. But I think it's very odd that the Iron Patriot minifigures kind of become a rarity. I know it's like a weird statement to say, but it's just like, it feels odd. Road, stay there. Okay, just, stay there. And Iron Man continue on pushing us up. I always don't like the two thing because if you're playing by yourself, you are kind of forced to work with a buddy just trying to stand there. Hi, Killian. Guy Pearce isn't a horrible actor. Although they showed a face inside of that. What? That feels incredibly odd because they're just the suits. Like they're meant to distract him while they go deal with him. And also, I think it'd be great if they had the powered up pepper in this, like the one that like had the extremist thing. I think that'd be cool. Why does this feel like a bomb? It probably is. Tony, do your thing. Roxxon. Oh, I missed mention of Roxxon. Roxxon was mentioned in several Marvel stuff. Actually, it's like an evil company. It was used recently in Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, which was done well. I thought it was Simon Krieger. But it's also like more evil and suspicious. Like we had Roxcorp, Roxmart from Loki. Fantastic show. I love season 2 as much as I love season 1. I don't care who you are. If you're like, but what about this? I'm just like, I loved it, even though On Twitter, I see a lot of people have said about the whole Silky thing. I kind of don't mind
You
it.
wanted the
Hi, Eldritch.
Mandarin, Tony? Well, here I am. I am the Mandarin.
Oh, that I am the Mandarin. I would have respected it a little bit more if he had the tattoo there. Can I just fire at him? No. I destroy the surrounding stuff, but no, there's a really cool moment where he has the tattoo and he's like, I am the Mandarin. Even though we find out down the line that the Ten Rings are actually real and so forth. I had to like explain to him. So when Shang-Chi first came out, my dad wanted to see it because it's just like, oh yeah, it's a cool. Shang-Chi's a good movie. I mean, I don't care. What, you can say whatever you want. I just think Shang-Chi's a really good movie. It's a lot better than people give it credit for. Like it's a good action movie.
You can't win. You know that, don't you?
But I had to explain like, oh, the Ten Rings, and he's like, so he's like, what are the Ten Rings? And obviously see like the trailer with the MacGuffins with the Ten Rings and so forth. But also, sorry, we just kind of have to dodge the attacks, and then we could go up here, I guess. For some odd reason, just dodge. Okay, let's be a war machine for a bit because why not? But I had to tell him like, oh, it's the organization in Iron Man, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, so in Iron Man, there's that terrorist organization that kidnaps Tony. And he's like, yeah, that's the Ten Rings. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, they're also okay, be at the party. He wanted to go with not Maya Hawke. And that's gonna ruin me because I know Maya Hawke's an actress. But she was supposed to be the villain. Oh, by the way, that's a bit of a controversy, but again, I don't want to do that. Where she was supposed to be the villain of Iron Man 3, which I think had been cool. Like, make her Scientist Supreme because this whole thing is AIM, and I would have really liked it if, like, she was Scientist Supreme or, like, Monica Rappaccini. Monica Rappaccini wasn't in the mainstream in the Marvel Comics yet. Anywho, let's defeat Killian. I can't really do that for some reason. Oh, let's take him down like this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. I really want Awesome Pepper to show up with her fire powers, which I think, again, would be an awesome character to include. Why are you just saying that, Killian? I know you're still there, but you can't be destroyed. Oh, yeah, only Tony can do that. Tony is the inventor. I wasn't trying to sound rude there. But again, this really makes me want to rewatch Iron Man 3. It's a good movie. It makes me really do want to rewatch it. Anything that makes me want to rewatch a movie is great, I think. But anyway, let's do this awesome scene.
You see? That suit was just like you. A failure.
Jarvis, do me a favor and blow Mark 42.
No!
Even after being cooked in an Iron Man suit, Killian was still up for another round. Luckily for Tony, I was in no mood for any more nonsense. Combining my terrifically toasty powers and an Iron Man repulsor, I flame-grilled the big geek. With that maniac out of the way, Tony celebrated by blowing up all his suits, promising to spend the holidays with me rather than with a screwdriver and an arc reactor. With the president now safe and sound, Tony promised to use his super genius to find a cure for the extremis enhancements. Straight after we'd had a festive dinner. Oh, and after he'd had his shrapnel removed. Oh, and don't forget, he is Iron Man.
Yeah, no matter what happens, he is still Iron Man. Well, that was really fun. I really like playing this game because, again, it's just the Christmas season. I love doing the advent calendars for you guys. I know some of you don't watch it, but I do love making content for you. It's just really fun. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe because it does help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Next time we will be, let me double check on that one. I always like giving you a little tease on what the next one's going to be, and I want to be 100% sure. Yeah, right? Yeah, next time will be another LEGO game. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but we're going to look at a lot of LEGO games during this advent calendar, which is fun. I really have no problem doing it. One of them was the last minute edition. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Odd how my mind works, but I love... Oh, we get the Mark 42 version of Pepper. Cool. I would love if we got Pepper with the powers, because that would be just awesome. But anywho, we did get a mini kit. I know that. I'd like to thank you again almost so much for watching. Again, it does help us out. Tomorrow, next time we'll take a look at another LEGO game. Till then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. That's it from me, and bye-bye.